Coach, how much anxiety does it cause a running backs coach when you've got a guy like LeSean who carries the ball the way he does?
On the surface, it can cause anxiety, but when you look at his past, the guy's had over 2,900 carries, and his productivity and his track record of holding on to the ball, it lowers that anxiety when you look at his past.
Has there been anything you've seen with the couple of fumbles that he's had that are consistent there, or anything that can be cleaned up?
No, the first one he actually had the ball tucked. The guy just got a good punch on it, so it wasn't any of the thing with the ball hanging outside there. And then the other one, what just happened the other day, was outside of the framework of his body. And again, LeSean is a consummate professional. He takes his job very serious, and he takes holding on to the ball very serious. It was just unfortunate, but it's something. And again, he has great attitude and great preparation coming into this week to erase those mistakes.
We've only got to see a couple snaps from Darwin here and there. Mm-hmm. What else? What I think is preventing him maybe from, besides just the veterans on his team, from getting more playing time? What does he need to work on?
That's right now. It's just a numbers game for him. Again, last week, the plan was to get him more involved. I think the number of plays we had, we did have some packages for him that we just didn't get the opportunity to get to. But I'm gonna tell you what, you watch Darwin in practice, we got to get that guy out there, man. I'm telling you, this guy he is fast, he is explosive, he racking up some numbers against our defense as far as just what he's doing on scout team. And again, he's keeping a great attitude. And again, we're gonna continue to work on getting him some snaps in the game.
You feel like you're getting enough from the running game lately?
Excuse me?
You feel like you're getting enough from the running game lately?
Oh, you always want more.
Well, I know you're never satisfied.
You want more. And again, I'll go back to something I just said a couple of seconds ago. Our attitude and preparation is what you want it to be coming into the game. Again, we want to continue just to numerically have some things jump off the sheet. But again, I know within this building, we feel real strong about the way the guys preparing, their attitude about preparing, our plan coming into the game for running the ball. And we want to just get out there and make those numbers reflect our preparation.
Ask you about Darwin. Just when it comes to Darryl, it seems like he's really good whenever he has the ball in his hands. It might not be tomorrow, but do you see a potential for him to maybe beat the guy, one day in the League 14, and maybe beat the Chiefs or elsewhere?
Who are we talking about right now?
Darryl.
Oh man, Darryl is. I've been impressed with him since he came here. The guy's presented himself like a veteran in his preparation, his knowledge of the game, and the guy know everything. And he showed those traits. And again, we want to capitalize on them as much as we can.
On Darwin, outside of the box score, last week there was a play where he was in motion and it looked like he depleted one of the other. You're smiling there. So when you saw that live, and he came off of the sideline after he took out that defensive player, what would you say to him?
That's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy who definitely, you look at his stature and his build and the tone of his body. He's somebody who's made for contact, but he's also very fast. He's very smart too, So he's going to take advantage of the opportunities he had out there. And if his opportunity was to block on that particular play, he wanted to make sure, hey, when I was out here, I was a productive player.
What's it going to take to get Damian Williams going again, like you had him in the second half of last year?
We're just going to continue to move forward like we have been. Damian's been preparing very hard. Attitude is on point. He's just trying to continue chopping away at it till he finds those seams. At the end of last game, we seen him come to life a little bit. Opportunities presented themselves a little bit more. Openings presented themselves more, and that's what we do when we get those. So it's nothing with his attitude or preparation that's had his numbers not where we want him to be. But we're just going to continue hammering away at it, and we'll see that thing change soon.
Darryl looks like he's really settled into that third down back role. What's enabled him to do that when you've got maybe a couple of veteran guys ahead of him?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Darryl is just his preparation. And every opportunity he gets, and I try to give all the guys opportunities, especially through his time since he's been here. He's taken advantage of it. So I think he's really gained Coach E.B. as well as Coach Reed's trust. Is that when he goes in there, the guy knows what he's doing. He's productive. Catch the ball, protect the quarterback, run with velocity, run with pad level, keep the chains moving, know the system. So that's not going to change with him. He's a guy with a consummate chip on his shoulder. You look at his college past, the guys he's been around, whether it's been Fournette or Geis and different guys. He's a higher end player, and we're in a position to reap the benefits from that. And we want to continue to develop that.